Like this.
Halo 6 better be good. It better be good for as quiet as you guys are.
I don't know why 2000, what? I'm going to guess 2019 is when it can come out. We're going to be griping about that, too.
You know we're going to gripe about it.
Wait, 343, screwed that up.
Well, it's because they f***ed up Halo 5, man.
If they can make a
I
game
have
as good as, like, Halo 4, like, because Halo 4 was a good game. I don't care what people have to say. Oh, Halo 2 and 3 were the best. Yeah, Halo 4 was a very good game, and I enjoyed that game.
I liked
If they
it.
can make a game like that, then I've got hope for them going forward, but they better step up.
Let's
I'm okay. The fact that they're taking their time, they're not releasing anything as far as Halo 6. I haven't heard anything about Halo 6. I don't know if you guys have, but I haven't.
I'm still
No,
pissed
there's
off.
no news about it.
I'm still pissed off with what they're doing with the old characters from, with pre-343 Halo. I'm pissed off with the direction they're going with Cortana. I'm pissed off with the direction they're going with the new characters. I mean, I'm sorry. I know Halo 6 is going to be shit. They can't walk away from that.
We'll just have to.
I don't know.
Give
It's
them
all
a
about
chance.
storytelling. It's all about good storytelling.
Well, the story's not good. There's no way you can tell it. It's still going to be bad.
Halo 5 has the worst campaign of any of the Halos.
The only character
Only thing
I
3
gave
for
a,
3, do not lie to us in the trailers. Don't lie to us.
the only character I gave a shit about in Halo 5 was Buck, and he's pre-343, man. Also, he's voiced by Nathan Fillion, so that helps a whole lot.
Who's that?
Nathan
I
Fillion.
thought you didn't like him.
I hate Cade from Destiny. I like Buck from Halo. Okay.
Oh, he's a fan of the Buck.
Well, he's a good character. He's got they actually there's some fucking character development with him. Okay. There's a fucking story
He's
with
like-
him.
He's just like a
I
little
like-
bit more toned down version of Cade.
I like Cade Destiny 1 because he's not a
he's-
retard who needs to be on a leash.
Oh
He's
my
actually kind
god.
of like Buck in the first Destiny game. Cade Destiny 2, I will say, he got annoying pretty fast. Like, it
Yeah,
was
he's
funny
really
at first, but
fucking
now
annoying.
it's just... now he's just a
They
little
just-
kid.
they-
He's a special kid on a
They
leash.
they took that shtick and just it just like a Jim Carrey movie, and it's just fucking crashed in the ground, and he's just begging people to laugh at him. He's doing everything except for getting on his knees and begging people to laugh at him.
Well, sometimes Jim
I'm
Carrey
paying
actually
for
does
that
that.
funny stuff.
Jim Carrey sometimes actually does that in the movies, so, Destiny 3 comes around, fucking think Cade's gonna be on his knees, please! I wouldn't put it against him.
Oh, that'll be Bungie. Please like this game.
You can't stop me no matter who you are! Oh.
Anyways,
Jesus Christ.
so we've talked about the worst developers. Do we have a segment for best developer?
I didn't make a list.
Do we want to shoot at least some honorable mentions out or something real fast? Or can you guys think of any?
Epic Games for Fortnite, because Fortnite was free, and it's actually well put together.
And they're constantly bringing out all this new DLC
content,
and
yeah.
free events and they're
Respawn.
updating it. Every time we
Titanfall
get
2.
on that game, it looks like they've updated it and it looks newer and
Yeah, I mean,
that's
it's
good.
going good, yeah. I mean, I will say the microtransactions are a bit outrageous, but they're not required. I'm not going to pay $15 for a skin.
It is a free game.
It is a free game.
So if people are a fan of it, we're talking about the Battle Royale portion of Fortnite, not
Yeah.
the $20 PvE portion of it.
Panic has played that. So if you want to add any input on that, Panic, feel free. None? Okay. Not worth mentioning.
Anyone else got any honorable mentions?
Gonna have to look through my game library real fast. But I really think that's the only one. Yeah, it's the only game I can actually say. Yeah, so I mean, there's other good games out there. We just haven't played them for one reason or another. We are console peasants after all.
Console peasant.
We're toiling away.
There are There are 2 good games I'm looking forward to next year.
Oh, you want to talk about big games coming up next
big
year?
ones.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
No,
All right.
no, no,
Well,
I've got an honorable mention.
oh, you got another one. All right. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. What do you got?
Yeah. Can anyone take a guess what I'm gonna say?
Better not be
Telltale?
Red Dead Redemption 2. Wait a minute. Not. Oh, I'm sorry. Telltale. Oh, Telltale. Yeah. Well.
Telltale.
Okay. All right. I mean, it's not my style of game, but you know.
One thing with it. Think about this. They have a lot of games, and they've released a lot of games this year. None of them have loot boxes.
Well, I mean,
none of them have microtransactions.
I would fucking hope so.
Nothing like that.
You know who we forgot was a shitty developer? Fucking WB with Shadow of War for adding in loot boxes to a single player game.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I fucking forgot about them. But they're that's not swaying my decision. Bungie's still the worst. But yeah, okay, I guess I'll give it to you. I mean, it's not my style of game, but I guess, you know, I have to take your word for it.
It may not be you guys' style of games, but they write really, really good stories and make you care about characters, and I enjoy that. So yeah, good on you, Telltale.
Okay, all right then. Let's go to the next topic then, which I guess is games to look forward to in 2018. I
can't put any input on this because I haven't been keeping up with anything.
I
You haven't put input on a damn thing.
He's got a point. He's got a point, Payback. You haven't said a whole lot.
What was that? You gonna talk shit?
I'm talking shit right now, motherfucker.
I don't know what to do.
I'm actually with Payback on this
about
one.
any of this. I've been gone. I've been out of the loop, son.
There's 52 weeks in a year. You've been gone 10.
Yeah, and a lot's happened. You didn't give me study material.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Man, he's been going off about this shit for like weeks, man. Like, oh, we're gonna do a podcast. We're gonna talk about
And
this,
I've been
this,
gone
and that,
for
and the other.
weeks.
Well, you've been here for how many
A week.
weeks? It's been longer than a week.
Coming up on 2
It's
weeks.
been like 2.
Almost 2. Oh, actually, yeah, more than 2. Yeah, right
There
at
you
2
go.
today.
You had 2 weeks to study.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try to look
Anyways.
up upcoming games for 2018 and see what comes up, because I'm with Payback. I mean, I haven't found a whole lot that I've been interested in.
The 2 that come to mind for me, like Panic said it, is Sea of Thieves and Telltale's Walking Dead Season 4.
I thought
Super... What?
I thought Sea of Thieves was supposed to come out this year. Did they delay it again?
We're talking about 2018.
I know, but I
Coming up soon.
thought Sea of Thieves was supposed to come out like this year.
No, it's early next year. Right? Panic? We were talking about that the other day. March something?
Oh, fucking
No? I don't know what my phone is. Can't look it up.
What are we
But
talking
yeah,
about?
it's coming out. Sea of Thieves.
Hey,
Sea of Thieves, that's one of the games I'm looking forward to.
When
is it
we're
coming
just
out?
talking about it.
Well, I
Oh
had
my gosh!
headphones
So
off
it's
for a
funny
second.
that you bring that up. I forgot about that.
Okay, so Anthem's coming out next year. I'm not looking forward to that.
It's got my interest, but I'm going to be paying attention to the stuff around it.
Okay.
I'm going to be
Yep.
seeing what's going on. I do not trust EA.
I
Watching like a fucking hawk.
I just can't be bothered to pay attention. I mean, at one point I was interested, but I just say fuck it. Crackdown 3's coming out next year. It's got Terry Crews's face all over it. Again, I don't know. I'm just not gonna pay attention to it.
Big game for me. Toxic, you might get triggered about it, but Red Dead Redemption 2.
It's by
I'm really excited about that.
It's by Take-Two. You know there's gonna be microtransactions in it. There's gonna be loot boxes, because that's their business model. So I
but-
can't look forward to it.
Cat, don't you turn off my Xbox. But I don't play that game mostly for the I don't play that game really for the online. I mean, I love the first Red Dead because of the campaign.
Let's see. God of War is coming out, but it's only for PS4, so I don't care. Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out, but none of us ever are even interested in that sort of game, so who gives a shit?
Maddie Night is gonna come out.
Oh yeah, totally, whatever. Mega Man 11's coming out. I'm surprised they're still making Mega Man games.
What's Mega Man?
Metro Exodus is coming out next year. Payback might be interested in that. He likes the Metro games.
Yes, I do like the Metro games. I'm excited for it.
Okay, it's coming out late 2018, so
Fuck.
that's something. Monster
But guess
Hunter
I'll just
World is
wait.
coming out. It's supposed to come out in January. It's one of
What
those
game?
games.
Sorry.
Monster Hunter World. It's one of those games where you hunt giant fucking
That
dragons.
does
or
look
shit.
kind of interesting.
I know what that game
I
is.
might pay attention to that.
I haven't played a Monster Hunter game since like the very first one on the first like either PlayStation or PlayStation 2.
Let's see. Spider-Man game. No one cares.
But man,
If we had a PS4, then we probably would care, but
Spider-Man.
we don't. Oh man, I gotta change my battery setup here. Second.
Telltale's The Walking Dead. The final season's coming out next year.
woo! I'm telling you, I'm gonna do Let's Plays on that, and that's where I'm gonna have my big break. You heard it here, folks. This is where I'm gonna get my big break on YouTube. I'm gonna be a part of that whole shindig. You just wait.
Those are some of the big games that are announced for next year. I'm interested in almost none of them. So, I'm gonna be the odd man out on this one. You guys want to talk about? Let's see what I got on my list here. Let's talk about the Nintendo Switch, because we made some predictions about the Nintendo Switch last year on our previous podcast. Living, you got a Switch. What do you think of it?
I don't have a Switch. My brother does.
Oh, I'm sorry. What does your I thought I could have swore you bought a Switch.
I did not buy a Switch. Nope. I did not.
Is it?
I have a Nintendo 3DS XL, which
Okay.
is I love it. I do not have a Switch.
What does your brother think about the Nintendo Switch?
He seems to really like it, but he's still more into PC gaming, and does that more than the Switch. I mean, I haven't got a lot of time on it, but I mean, it looks pretty neat, and they finally have a lot of pretty good games out for it.
Yeah.
He has an Xbox style controller for it and prefers that over the fucking the
little fucking Joy-Cons.
what do they want to call them? The little Joy-Cons, yeah.
Yeah.
He prefers the regular controller over the Joy-Con. So I think
Who can
Nintendo
blame
keeps
him?
trying to be unique. Nintendo keeps trying to be unique with their fancy doodads for their controllers, but no one wants it. People just want a controller.
They're trying to be unique. They're still trying to capture the Wii moment. And I said that last year, and I said that for as much as they're trying to sell a Nintendo Switch, I said it was gonna fail, and I said that fucking Nintendo was gonna fall through. And yeah, I could not have been more wrong with that. Fucking Nintendo killed it this year. They fucking kicked ass with the Switch. It's rated as the best digital device of this year. So
Damn.
yeah,
I didn't know that.
they fucking rocked it with the fucking Switch. They knocked it out of the park. So maybe they did
Really did
capture
a
that. They maybe
Switch on you.
yeah, fucking switcheroo. So I don't know if they keep the
It's
shit.
funny, like everyone's bickering about, what's better, Sony or Microsoft? But like Nintendo has like quietly been like better than both of
Fucking
them.
Nintendo has not been quiet. The thing is that people will bitch about something a lot louder than they'll praise something. So
Yeah, you always hear about bad news before any good news.
yeah, so the Switch has been doing so many good things, relative to other companies this year, that it just doesn't seem that noticeable. Even though, you know, they're rocking it. I mean, if they keep this shit up, I might just buy a Switch myself. I don't know. I wrote that down thinking that you had a Switch, but
I'm an idiot. No, I do not have a Switch. I will say the little that I got to play on it, I've played some Mario Kart, which Mario Kart's Mario Kart. You know what I mean? It's fun. I got to play a little bit of that Mario Odyssey, and the little that I got to play, I haven't played it single player. Although my brother has set the Switch out in the living room and has offered it to me that if I want to go out in there and play it, I can play it. If I knew you were gonna put me on the spot like this, I would have gone out and played some Mario Odyssey. But anyways, I got to play a little two-player Mario Odyssey with him.
Mario.
Mario. And
is it Mario or Mario?
Mario. Fuck
yeah.
Mario.
Yeah, whoever says Mario, like, what the fuck? Go back to the East Coast. Mario.
Go to hell.
No.
The little that I got to play, the Mario, is I got to control his hat, and I spent like the whole 5 minutes that I got to play, like flinging the hat at my brother who was controlling Mario, and I'm constantly trying to like knock him off the map and mess him up and impede his progress, and it was fun. And then he got pissed off and turned off two-player, and I couldn't do it anymore. So I had more fun just fucking with him and trying to mess him up than anything else.
That's funny. That's funny.
So, but yeah, I mean, I really like the 3DS XL. I don't know when that came out, last year, this year, 2 years ago. But I love that device, and the Switch seems to be doing really good. And it's got, like, everyone's Game of the Year in that Skyrim mod. What is it called?
Oh my fucking
Zelda
god.
something? Whatever that game is. That's like everyone's Game of the Year.
Fucking Skyrim. So. You had to mention Skyrim.
I had to mention Skyrim.
Fucking
Skyrim mod.
Skyrim.
Skyrim has been released 8 times.
I want Skyrim for the Switch. I want that port.
There's Skyrim for the Switch. They've made like 2 versions of Skyrim for the PC. There's Skyrim VR. There's 2 versions of the Skyrim for fucking consoles. 3 actually. You know, is there 2 or 3? I've lost track of how many Skyrims there are. There's too many fucking Skyrims.
Can't count too high.
It is. That game is like a cockroach. It cannot die.
Is 27 donuts high.
Shut the fuck up, Panic.
It's 28.
I'll have you know it's 28 and a half. I ate the last one.
At least you can say you're taller than Von Troyer.
Is Von Troy still alive?
Barely.
That's kind of cool. Let's
No, you're barely taller than him.
Oh, whatever, man. Whatever. I don't care. You got what do you want to talk about? You want to talk about Trump? You want to talk about dead celebrities? OJ? Panic wanted to talk about OJ getting out.
Panic, you got the floor.
You had me write it down.
Well, I mean, I that was a big thing that happened this year.
Yeah, OJ got out.
OJ getting out after he got sent to jail for prison for trying to steal back his memorabilia.
Yeah.
Not only did he get that, but he started stealing the guy's like personal stuff. Like he started stealing his phone and like other collections that he had.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what they got him for.
Yeah, and then
he was in jail for like what, 10 years, 10 or 13 years.
It was a while. It was a little while, and then, you know, I saw the probation hearing. Was it probation or parole? I forget.
Parole hearing.
Parole hearing? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's like the person he stole from was like defending him. So
yeah,
that kind of fucking threw me for a loop.
He was like, OJ did nothing wrong.
He did nothing.
He stole your stuff.
He took my stuff on accident.
Ooh.
I was like, all right.
I don't think that's how it works.
Yeah. I mean, if that was true, then there wouldn't be any charges brought on OJ. So, you know, what the fuck's going on there? I don't know.
But if you really want to know the full story about the OJ thing back in the 90s and the trial and everything, I recommend watching the 343, the 30 for 30. Yeah, no. The 30 for 30 ESPN document called OJ Made in America. It is so good. Like, I want to say it's like a 5-part series, and I'm not much on documentaries. I can tell you that. I can tell you I was very entertained watching all of it.
Okay, what was it?
Very good.
What was that documentary called exactly? So our viewers could go look it up.
OJ Made in America.
OJ Made in America.
OJ Made in America. Yeah.
Man, each fucking time you guys said that, you were like overlapping each other, so people could still be like, "What is it?" They were talking over each other.
Well, you know what? I'll fucking write it down in the fucking description below. Okay. Problem solved.
So you gotta put a link to something about net neutrality and a link to something about OJ. So that's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, Battle for the Net and what the fuck was it called?
OJ Made in America.
OJ Made in. Well, you see, there it goes.
OJ Made in America.
I don't like orange juice.
Can't stop the juice.
If I call him the juice.
The juice.
They say
OJ
it's
made in
sugar-free, but it's really not. There's a lot of sugar in it. It makes me diarrhea.
Do you guys think he deserved parole? Do you think he deserved to stay in?
I think if they say
wife.
it's sugar-free, it should be sugar-free.
Okay,
Bullshit.
you heard it. You heard it first from Team Maverick. OJ should be sugar-free. Like Wilford Brimley.
Take the fucking sugar out.
All right. Okay. I got dead celebrities here. Has any celebrities died this year that you guys cared about? Fucking
Chester.
Bill Paxton died this year. I forgot about that.
Bill Paxton was very sad.
Yeah, fucking Bill Paxton died.
Yeah, Chester Bennington.
Chester Bennington from Lincoln Park. Yeah, that was very
really
sudden and unexpected. Yeah.
That really fucked me up, and it still fucks me up.
Yeah. Ironically, the day he dies is the day OJ gets set off. Like, his parole is up.
You're right. You're right. The same day Chester passed away was fucking OJ getting out. You're right.
Wasn't a very good day. Yeah,
no, it wasn't.
It's like, I never even knew Chester, but it's like, dang, when I heard about it, that was extremely hard to hear. Hurt me inside.
Don Rickles died this year. He was known as the King of Maine, the original King of Maine. He was also the voice for Mr. Potato Head. That's how Team Maverick knows him. Or at least Panic and Living does. Fucking. Don Rickles was Crap Game in Kelly's Heroes Payback.
Oh.
Yeah. He passed away. He was in his 90s. You guys ain't got any predictions? This is gonna sound really fucked up, but you guys got any predictions on who's gonna die next year?
My vote is John Madden. That's my prediction.
John Madden.
I think John Madden's finally gonna kick the curve.
I don't want to say this, but I think James Earl Jones is gonna take it.
He's gonna take that fat L.
Yeah, he's gonna take the. He's gonna eat one too many Arby's burgers and he's gonna kick it. So I mean, the guy's got diabetes.
Betty White.
Betty White. That's gonna suck,
this
man.
Is so screwed up.
That's gonna suck.
Hey, you know what? Hey, who's that liberal bitch that is going senile?
Which one?
All of them?
The one that makes the biggest stink and she's stupid.
Which one?
Hillary Clinton.
Fuck. No.
What has she done?
She's the one that said, he will not become president. You can take that to the bank.
I will have to type in that quote. Let's see who said that.
I'm just going to Google senile liberal bitch.
You're not going to win this bet, Payback. You're not choosing a good choice. You're just choosing somebody that you want to die. That's not how this works.
Oh. Oh.
I don't want Betty White to die. You
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with you?
John Madden
You
to
don't, you
die.
think I want James Earl Jones to die? The voice of Darth Vader?
Listen,
The voice of fucking
I was
Mufasa?
I was confused on what this topic was about.
It's like, who do you think will most likely die? Not who do you want to die?
Oh.
Dang it, Payback. I don't want John Madden to die.
That's
looks
all
like
my.
John Can-
These guys
John
are
Candy.
really fucked up.
Him and John Candy look the same when they're the same age.
This right here. We'll send it to the group. Fuck's this bitch's name?
Well, what's her name?
It just says arrogant bitch under it.
Oh my god.
I just typed in liberal bitch and she came up. Give me a second. Let me send this to y'all.
You are you're something else, Payback. You hit them. You hit people where they hurt. You're wanting people to die.
Stand by for bitch fall.
You're.
You can put this face in the podcast because I hate this bitch.
That looks like Nancy Pelosi. Panic is that?
Not
Nancy
become-
Pelosi he's talking about.
That is Nancy Pelosi. Okay.
Because
He
she
will
is the
not
one that
become
said,
president.
you can take that kid.
Take it to the bank. I was like, oh bitch, I'll take your soul to the bank. Fucking lock that shit away. Hate
Payback.
you.
Payback.
You're listening? Go buy an island and never come off it.
Payback.
Nobody
She's
wants you.
Payback. She's 54. You're not even
So?
trying.
What's that mean?
You-
What do you, hey, I had one of my buddies' stepbrothers passed away 2 days ago with a heart attack, and he was 46.
I'm.
All right, if that happens, anything's possible.
You know who also passed away from a heart attack this year? Ralphie May.
Oh,
And so many cows could not be more happy about that because he wore a lot of leather. But yeah, I'm gonna allow the Nancy Pelosi thing Payback, but I guarantee you're not gonna win this one.
all right, mark my words right here. She might pass. She might die.
Okay. All right. All right.
You're already here first from Payback.
Yeah, heard it from
You know, to
Payback
be
making
honest, I don't
outrageous
wish
claims.
Death. I don't wish death on anybody, but
Yeah, I
if
With
she
her, there are
did go,
exceptions.
I think it would be for the better of this government.
Well, before we go any further, Team Maverick does not wish death on anybody, and we're not saying we want these people to die. We're just saying that given the circumstances, age, health, living, lifestyles,
Yes.
they're more likely to
Uh-huh.
pass away due to natural causes, and that's what we're talking about. So don't go out there and saying that we're
Sure.
wanting people to die.
You only care if you're going to get caught. Isn't that the message of this podcast?
Panic, you're
You
not
don't care if
helping.
you get
You are not helping, Panic.
No, we're against that shit. We have made that abundantly clear.
Yeah, but we are treading in some. We're going into some treacherous waters, guys.
Well, we're pretty deep into the podcast. It's not like anybody's gonna listen to it.
To the whole
You know,
two people,
oh my
to the
God.
whole two people that are
At least not
watching,
this
fucking
far.
just chill, cool your jets.
And it's us. It's us. It's us listening to it in the future.
There's riots in the street. Stores are being burned. Burn it down.
Everyone's calling for our heads.
Fucking
90
call.
news shows are gonna be like, so you guys hear about this group, Team Maverick, calling out, whatever.
Did you hear what? Did you hear what Team Maverick said? They want Betty White to die.
Die, bitch, die. No.
No, never, never. I will
No,
say,
if that was CNN, they would just crop it down. Listen to what they have to say, and Payback would. That would just be it right there. I think
want
Betty White's
Betty
gonna
White
die.
to die.
Die!
liberal bitch. they're gonna edit things to. They're gonna make it sound like we're talking shit about Betty White. She's a liberal bitch. I want her to die.
Ah!
Die! I want Betty White to die.
Fuck.
Oh damn, we're not terrible people. I promise you.
Not only are
Horses
we
are
going to
terrible
piss
people.
off everyone else, we're going to piss off Star Wars fans thinking that we want James Earl Jones to die.
Oh my God. Well, they're killing their own
at
franchise.
us with their
Hey, you know what?
plastic swords.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about The Last Jedi because we've all watched it and we've been fucking seething for a while. We've been wanting to go at each other's necks about what we think. Let's fucking start. Let's fucking take off the reins on this
Ding,
one.
ding, ding.
Gloves are off. I think
Okay. In one corner, you have Toxic and Payback, and they're mad about The Last Jedi. And in the other corner, you have Living and Panic, who love The Last Jedi, and they're gonna go at it to the death. And that's pretty much it.
fucking Last Jedi 4 out of 10. Easily a 4 out of 10. Like
I'll give it an 8. I would give it an 8.5.
well, they Disneyed it, okay? They Disneyed it. It's too kiddish.
I want to know how. Explain.
How's it kiddish?
Casino
What?
scene.
Explain yourself.
Casino.
Casino scene is not kiddish. It's it's
Fucking
overdrawn, and it's the most unneeded part of the movie, but it's not kiddish.
fucking porgs. What the fuck is a porg other than some toy to buy?
Yes, I would agree. Porgs were made for the kids to keep them entertained and to have them laugh and recapture their attention, and to probably sell some toys. I will agree.
And fucking
And I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, you had your turn.
Baka
Baka, baka, baka.
But they were
Sex
not.
toys
I was a
wouldn't
little
work.
nervous when I saw them in the trailer, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be, I'm having flashbacks of Ewoks and Jar Jar and all that shit. They were not in it. They were not in it very much. What they were in, what they did made me laugh, and they never got annoying. They at no
True.
point
I agree
did
with
I see them
100%.
and go, like it's these fucking things again.
Like
No,
Jar Jar.
They were, yes, they were quick to the point. They did their little punchline, and that was it. That was it. They were in there the perfect amount. When you compare them to Ewoks and to Jar Jar, they did it right.
Okay, all right. Fucking BB-8 was like the most annoying fucking ex machina of of all time. Like anytime like our fucking main heroes were like, they're almost done. It's like, oh, this is it. They're fucking doomed. There's no way out. Fucking BB-8 would come out of nowhere multiple times to fucking save them. He did it in the prison. He did it on the fucking Ultra Dreadnought with the fucking ATST Walker. He fucking did it again at the beginning of the movie where he's trying to repair the fucking X-Wing. And it's like, oh, he's got all these little things. It's so funny. He's getting shocked. Ha 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 ha. You can only pull off that maybe once, once a movie showing. He did it so many times I lost count.
It's embarrassing.
It's a fucking disgrace.
How many?
Hey, what about that bitch floating through space?
Oh. Fucking.
Wait, let's have Living say what he's gonna say, then we'll go on that.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Hold on, no, you go ahead because something's going down. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Oh, okay. All right, I figured it out.
Okay, all right. Well, we're talking about BB-8 and how he fucking like saves the day at the last second, several times
my
over.
retort to it is, to be honest, I didn't notice it until you just brought it up just now, and I didn't notice that was the case. But I will say, how many times have R2 in like the original series did something like that? Like how many devices is he able to stick his little fucking antenna thing into and then like move some things
It's like
around?
in the first one, they're about to be crushed. And the
Yeah,
sewers and R2
I was
just
about to say that-
right before they get crushed, he saved the day.
That's one thing I could think of. Yeah, there was that, but
And
he
then
only.
in Return of the Jedi, he flings the lightsaber at Luke Skywalker, just perfect distance.
But have you noticed how that's once a movie, right?
Well, those are just a few examples we're bringing up. I'm sure there's
Yeah.
more. Also, hey, also, hey, how about this? This is what I'm thinking of. This is what I'm talking about. Wasn't Leia like in those chains right after he shot the fucking lightsaber to Luke, and then he was able to like shock those chains off or something? Yeah.
Yeah, but get
You know,
this.
like,
Right after
He broke
that,
her free.
right after that, he at the final battle when they're trying to get the shield joiner down for the second Death Star, he's trying to hack that door, and that door fucked him up, man. It fucked him up hard. Like Han Solo had to take over after that. If that was BB-8, he would have cracked that like it was nothing.
Well, I mean, BB-8 unit's supposed to be an upgraded version of the R2.
Yeah, but what I'm
Only
saying,
thing I could say.
what I'm saying is that when you use that trick over and over and over again, it loses its suspense. So when something bad happens or when something ominous comes on, instead of being like, "Are they gonna make it?" It's like, "Oh, BB-8's gonna come save them." You know, it ruins. It ruins.
Kind of honest with you. I mean, there were plenty of moments in this movie where I was like, someone gonna die?
I didn't think so.
Let's be honest here. I mean, that's you, but I was thinking like, especially, I mean, since Carrie Fisher died, I was thinking, well, sometime in this movie we're gonna get Princess Leia death scene, which we didn't get.
I mean, that's another thing. How could they kill off like the characters that are still alive and then keep the one that's clearly not with us anymore?
I don't know what they got up their sleeve for her role for the last one.
I don't know either, but
They claim that they're not gonna do CGI face, but if they're not gonna do that, I don't know what they're gonna do.
well, yeah. I mean, either they've shot
Unless they have
everything.
They have some of it filmed.
Yeah.
Unless they have some of the movie filmed. That's the only thing I can
She
think about.
died in like 2016, like right, like.
She
That's
died.
true.
She died. Yeah, she died in 2016. She died like last year.
There's no
But
way a
it's-
movie that's going to come out in 2 years from now. There's no way they've already got.
They were filming the
filmed.
last. They were filming the Last Jedi, not too long before the freaking Force Awakens was released. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
but this one was like.
I don't know what they're gonna do. Yeah.
I mean, they could have solved this whole issue with like her being the fucking martyr, and her like, spoiler alert, her like getting the cruiser up to light speed. It could have been her doing that, and that they could have closed that loophole with that, but they chose not to. By the way, I was not a fan of how they killed off Admiral Akbar. Like he died so unceremoniously. Like, why wasn't he the fucking martyr? It's fucking Admiral Akbar. He's an icon. Yeah, he was a minor
meme.
character, but I don't care.
He's a meme.
Well, he was still a part of the old Star Wars, and they just tossed him aside. It's like, oh, whatever.
Regardless about who cared,
That's-
what
that's-
character did the awesome jump to light speed crash. That was such an awesome scene.
I
That
mean,
would go down as like one of my top favorite Star Wars.
yeah,
scenes of all time.
it's pretty good, but I don't know, man.
You know what scene made me mad? When that fag had his shirt off.
What? Are you serious?
Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
How blue collar of you?
Shirt on. You're in Star Wars.
Hey, people in Star Wars got a shower, man. You think they're just
He
filthy
wasn't in the
cavemen?
shower. He was doing push-ups.
He just got out of the shower, or at least I think so. I wasn't
Put a
paying
shirt
too
on.
much attention. I was too busy groaning about everything that was happening up to that point.
See, the
You
thing
were
is,
moaning?
the thing is with you, Toxic, is like you went into it expecting it to be
Already
bad
mad.
and having these bad expectations and having a sour attitude with it, and you're going into it already groaning instead of having an open mind and making opinions for yourself. Like you let other people's opinion make you let other people's opinion form your own.
I don't know about that.
If you go into something sour, you'll come out of it sour.
Because wasn't it
you're gonna have a
toxic?
bad
Hold on now.
experience.
Wasn't it not? Before you saw it, you're like, I'm already going into it like angry because they cut away content. Those were your
God
words.
damn
We're
it!
not making
Oh,
this
you know
up.
what? You're right about that. I was pretty
Yeah,
upset
we
because
fucking-
they
we
cut
fucking
Went into
content.
this thing sour.
You went into it already
Because-
sour about this,
We're
this,
not
that, and
fake
the other.
news.
Yeah,
now.
well, because I
We're not
wanted
fake
I
newsing it.
wanted a really long fucking 3 hour plus fucking Star Wars movie,
This,
and
this was the longest Star Wars movie of any of them. This
yeah,
was
but they,
And I'm
they
not
the
gonna
longest.
lie, like, just when I thought they were close to getting done, we went to that dang red salt planet, and I was like, oh, geez, we still got 30 minutes left.
yeah, but
All
I
right.
mean, I have said it several times. When you put a time limit on a story, it dictates how much of the story you have, and it just feels artificial at that point.
Trust me, there are plenty of movies out there where they're like 3 or 4 hours long, and it's just like, it didn't need to be that long.
Well,
I
if
feel like this was one of those movies. I don't feel like it's 2 hours and 30 minutes was long enough.
I mean,
Any longer, it would have just been a drag.
I mean, in terms of how long it was, all I gotta say is if a storyline is done well, 3 hours won't feel like 3 hours. And honestly,
This movie,
I'm gonna clutch at straws on this one. I'm gonna go out on a limb, and it may break on me, but I'm just gonna go out there and say that if Disney said they looked at the story and they said this needs to be 2 hours and 30 minutes, maybe they weren't very confident in the story. Maybe the director, fucking what's his face, didn't pitch the story well enough. I mean, that's just my opinion on
there's
it.
been one movie this year where I feel like the time cut really kind of messed up what could have been a great movie. Instead of just good, it could have been great. That was Justice League. Warner Brothers kind of screwed that up with the time cut. So you could tell the movie was entertaining. It was good. It's a step in the right direction, but you could tell there were plots in that movie that were so rushed. And it was great. Living, can you agree with me about that?
Yeah, I'll agree.
Like, what would normally feel like it would set up normally, it was almost like kind of, okay, we only got like just 2 hours. Let's hurry up.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
I
anyway,
mean, there's a lot of plot
comes-
holes I don't like about The Last Jedi. I don't like the direction they're going with it. I mean, I guess it's different strokes for different folks, and I'm sure if it wasn't Disney, if they went a bit grittier with it, if they went a bit darker with the tone, I think I would have enjoyed it. But I don't know, man. I want I want what Star Wars used to be with fucking Knights of the Old Republic and whatnot.
I don't know. Like, I enjoyed the movie for what it is. I'm not going to say it's the best movie of the year. Logan was the best movie of the year. That's an A+. Nothing's wrong with that movie. But I'd give it an 8.5. I want to see it again. And, I mean, that whole casino thing, I wasn't really entertained by it. I was kind of drawn out. But it is what it is. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. But it definitely wasn't the best movie of the year.
I certainly don't think so.
But
I
a
mean-
movie that's about space battles and everything, you can't necessarily go into this thing with such high expectations.
I will say this. I won't be I wouldn't be at all upset if fucking Snoke came back. Because Palpatine did talk about how there were some Sith who were able to cheat death.
That's true. Like, we don't know what's going to happen in this
Yeah.
last movie. Everyone's like, oh, Rey's parents is nobody and Snoke's dead.
Snoke-
J.J.
not able
Abrams
to
I mean,
is directing
Snoke
this thing.
Snoke could
He-
come back.
He's
And
yeah.
I
Look
would
at what
actually
happened to Darth Maul. He came back. I mean, granted, it was in the cartoon, but he came back. It's official Star Wars canon.
I mean,
And he came back.
I would actually be I would be pleasantly surprised if Snoke came back, because it's like, he is a badass. Because, right now it's like, if he's such a badass, if he could do all these things, how did he not see that shit coming? And if he fucking cheats death and he comes back,
Yeah.
I'm like, aha, you see, he don't give a fuck. That's why he wasn't paying attention. He just don't care. This motherfucker can't be killed. I mean,
And I honestly do feel like
you
since
see, and that's the thing. We
Yeah.
can't just pop in the next movie. Oh, let's watch and see what happens. We can't
the fact we
pop
have
in
to
the
wait.
next movie to see what
That's
happens.
what's
We're having to
frustrating people.
wait to see where all these loose ends and all these storylines are gonna come to fruition, and we have to wait.
here's
So-
here's the biggest issue I have about The Last Jedi. And I talked with Living a little bit about this, so he might know where I'm going with it. The whole overlying theme is the old things are bad, we need to get rid of them. You know, you hear Luke talk about this. He wants the Jedi Order to be forgotten about because of all its flaws. He was going to burn the Jedi text, and then he stopped at the last second. And then, you know, you saw what happened. You hear Kylo Ren talking about, you know, the rebellion needs to die. You know, the First Order needs to die. You know, we need to wipe it all clean. You know, he's so hell-bent on destroying Luke and, you know, destroying that, you know, the fucking Millennium Falcon because he wants to get rid of all the old things. It just sweeps across the whole movie, and the whole plot is the old stuff is bad, you should forget it, and we should start anew. And I think that's kind of a slap in the face to all the original Star Wars fans that, you know, cherish the old movies, you know, prequels and the originals, because it just sort of says none of that matters. Forget about it. Make way for the new stuff, because none of that fucking matters. And I'm sure other people see it differently.
I have a decent retort to that I was wanting to say, but I saved it. Everybody's holding the old characters and the things that they did to such like high standards and high regards. Like, you know, the Jedi in like the prequels, they were these badasses, and they were all powerful and this and that. And really, when you stop to think about it, the Jedi, they did a lot of shit wrong. They did a lot of shit not good. Like, how can you let like the most powerful Sith become a ruler like that right underneath your nose? How can they not sense that? How can they not see the error of their, you know, it's the prophecy, the balance of the Force. I mean, the Force was not balanced at all. There was one Sith and all these Jedi.
Yeah.
That is not balance. Yep. You know, they wanted to bring balance to the Force. Anakin did bring balance to the Force. There were 2 Jedi left, and there were 2 Sith. That's balance, not 1 against a million. So they didn't see that. Luke Skywalker, and this is probably going to get me some hate, Luke Skywalker never was this big, powerful, ultra Jedi in the originals.
That's true.
What made him so like good and powerful in that sense was his decision making. He never was like the best Force user. Maybe it's because he never really got the best proper training and didn't get as much as he should have. But he never was this super badass that he is hyped up to be according to fans. What made him great was his decision making and his will to not succumb to the dark side, even though the only way he defeated Darth Vader was he tapped into that dark side. Is you fucking watched that last duel with him and Darth Vader.
Yeah.
You tell me that motherfucker didn't tap into it just a little bit.
He got a little pissed off. Yeah, he did.
So everyone's hyping up and making these characters into these godly beings, how they could do no wrong, and that they're perfect in every sense, when that is not the case. It's not the case. They made a ton of mistakes that everyone's just looking over because, you know, it's the Jedi, and they got lightning sabers, and they're cool, and then they can do flippy-doos and shit like that. It's like, no, they made a lot of mistakes. They did a lot of shit
And
wrong.
also, there was a scene, and I know that Mark Hamill himself said that he did not agree with this, and a lot of Star Wars fans don't agree with this, but it actually shocked me. It was in The Last Jedi. It was when it was revealed that Luke was going to kill Kylo Ren before like he officially turned the dark side. It's like he sensed it, and he was going to kill him before he got like official.
I actually like that.
Shocked me that
I actually like that.
I like that too.
I liked it because
that shows him he had that moment. He wasn't going. He decided he ultimately wasn't going to do it, but it's that one moment, that one ill-fated moment of doubt.
Because it's like all we were led to believe, and all we were led to believe in the Force Awakens. It's like, oh, he just turned evil and he killed all of his students, and Luke, felt responsible and left. No, it's like, look, you kind of realize it was Luke that drove him to the dark side.
Yep.
Yeah, and
I like that
up.
actually.
That moment was so badly needed because, and this is a big reason why everyone is a little upset with the whole out with the old and with the new thing, because the old characters actually had some character development to them. I'm just not seeing that with the new characters, except for Kylo. that scene added a lot of backstory to why Kylo Ren is the way he is. It makes so much more sense now. You know, why he did what he did, and
I agree.
Why he went to Snoke, because he was lost. Where the hell was he gonna go after what he saw Luke was about to do? He had nowhere to go. And you understand now where the conflict is in his head, why he did what he did with Han Solo. He tried to, solve this conflict only to make it worse. That's the sort of character development we fucking need with all the characters, and I'm just not seeing it. It's why, past Mark Hamill and Luke in The Last Jedi, I think, after him, I think Kylo Ren's the most likable character, in my opinion, just because there's some character development,
I'm honestly going to say The Last Jedi is probably Mark Hamill's best performance as Luke Skywalker. He's going to disagree with it. Everyone's going to disagree with me, but it is by far the best performance. Because
he did a good job.
He did a good job. He was just an annoying brat. Like, he had his good moments in the originals, but he was just like Anakin, just maybe just a little less annoying. And
he was that way in like the first third or so of the first movie. I will agree.
He was like that in Empire Strikes Back too. He's like, I want to go to Yoda. I don't even know what I'm doing here. I'm wasting my time. Like, that's how he was in Empire Strikes Back too. So he was kind of an annoying little brat. And not as bad, not as Anakin, Hayden Christensen. Yeah. It's just, that was really bad. But this one, I think it's honestly one of his best performances.
Yep.
I think I can say something that all of us can agree with. Even Payback, who's not here. They will ruin this franchise if the next movie has a majority of the rebellion just being kids.
Yeah, that would piss me off.
Yeah.
I know that's unlikely, but this is Disney. And that is a very Disney thing to do.